Okay, so hello class, no? Magandang gabi po. Uh, Umpisa na natin yung lecture natin for special coagulation assay, no? Wag po mag-exam ng walang review for special coagulation assay kasi 10 points din yun sa exam, no? And sayang din po. And aside from that, next week po, magkakaroon din tayo ng quiz for special coagulation assay, no? So yung quiz natin for next week would consist of the mixing studies plus the special coagulation assay. Okay, so ayan, makinig pong mabuti. Okay, so first would be the test for the presence of your inhibitor, no? Ano ba yung inhibitor na yan? Last time nabanggit na natin yan, 'di ba? That's your lupus anticoagulant or yung mga circulating anticoagulant na tinatawag. Okay. Actually, class, no? If you are using serological testing, no, ay pwede mo nang talagang makita yung presence niyan. Particularly if you are using your PDRL and even your RPR, di ba? Ito yung dalawang test na ine-employ natin to detect the presence of your reagin, no? Or your anti-cardiolipin antibody. Ibig sabihin, sir, etong reagin na to, etong anti-cardiolipin antibody na to, iisa lang sila nung circulating anticoagulant na concern natin sa hematology 2. Yes, class, no? Parehas lang din po sila. Okay? Si reagin na yan, si anti-cardiolipin antibody na yan, ayan din yung tinatawag na anti-phospholipid antibody. And nabanggit ko nga last time na ang sinisira niyan is yung phospholipid na nakakabit kay platelets kung saan nangyayari or nagpapatong-patong yung mga coagulation factor para may mangyaring coagulation cascade. Okay? Okay, so let's start with your screening test. Class, your screening test of course are used to detect the presence of your lupus anticoagulant. Okay, so I have here two tubes. Yung tube number 1 ko, ito po yung tube ng pasyenteng may systemic lupus erythematosus. So meaning, sa tube number 1, you expect na meron na ditong presence ng lupus anticoagulant. In tube number 2, I have here a specimen of a normal patient na walang SLE, no? And walang circulating anticoagulants yung specimen niya. Ganito po yung gagawin mo dyan. You just add the plasma or the specimen of the patient with fresh plasma. Okay? Mag-add ka ng fresh plasma. Class, ang nangyari po dito is that after you add your fresh plasma, i-incubate mo to at 37 degrees. Okay? You incubate at 37 degrees. O incubate mo din to at 37 degrees. Tapos, you check the PT and you check the PTT. I-test mo for PT. I-test mo for PTT. Class, if the patient specimen contains circulating anticoagulants, even in the presence of your fresh plasma, not corrected si PT, not corrected din si PTT. Ibig sabihin, class, both are prolonged. However, class, sa isang normal na tao, once na nilagyan mo ng fresh plasma yung specimen niya, both PT and PTT will be corrected. Okay, so ganyan po yung principle ng tinatawag natin na screening test. Okay? Okay. Used to detect the presence of your lupus anticoagulant. Okay. Next would be your tissue thromboplastin test na tinatawag or modified clotting time. Okay? Class, ang ginagawa mo lang po dito is that you get the clotting time of your control. This is standardized ha. This is standardized. Pang-compare mo sa specimen ni pasyente, yung control. Okay. And you also get the clotting time of the patient specimen. After you get the clotting time of the control and the patient specimen, i-express mo lang yan as ratio of the patient clotting time to control or ratio of control to patient clotting time. Okay? Okay. Ganito po yan. For example, class, ang nakuha mong resulta for the clotting time control is 30 seconds po. And for the patient clotting time is 30 seconds as well. Class, kapag na-ratio mo po yan, that's 1:1. This is actually normal po. Okay, normal yan. 1:1. However, class, kapag ang nakuha mo pong patient clotting time is, for example 60 seconds. This is abnormal. Okay? Ang ratio na maibibigay sa inyan would be 1:2. Okay? And this considered as borderline na. Ibig sabihin, class, mag-isip-isip ka na, baka may presence na yan ng lupus anticoagulant. E paano, sir, kapag ang binigay sa akin na clotting time ng patient specimen is 90 seconds? This 1:3. Okay? Usually, class, sa ibang libro, yung 1:3 kino-considered pa as borderline. Okay? However, if it is more than 1:3, it is considered as abnormal. Okay? Okay, so ginagamit si tissue thromboplastin test or modified clotting time as a screening test to detect the presence of your lupus anticoagulant. Okay? Okay, ayan. Pang-screen lang naman yan, class. Okay, so next would be your plasma neutralization test. Okay, class, in plasma neutralization test, ang gagawin nyo po dito is that you have your specimen, tapos kunin mo muna yung APTT. For example, yung specimen mo, binigyan ka ng resulta na 56 seconds. Okay. And then, after nyan, class, ang gagawin nyo po is that yung specimen mo, ipag-add mo yan with disrupted freeze thawed plasma, no? Sorry, disrupted freeze thawed platelets. Okay, these platelets. Okay, so ano pong mangyayari dyan, class? Normally po, kapag walang sakit si pasyente, okay, yung mga platelets po, walang manu-neutralize. So, therefore, ang gagawin nyo po dyan is that you get the second APTT. Okay, i-measure mo ulit yung APTT. And kapag binigyan ka po ng around 54 to 57 seconds po, this is considered as normal. Okay? Ibig sabihin, class, yung disrupted freeze-thawed platelets walang na-inhibit or walang na-neutralize na lupus anticoagulant. Okay? Kaya pareho lang yung APTT ng pangalawa sa unang APTT. Okay. Paano naman po kapag si patient may SLE, may presence ng lupus anticoagulant? Ganito naman yan. After you get the second APTT, usually, class, ang mangyayari po is that